guys. So I changed my makeup routine when I turned 30 after basically having the same routine for like 15 years, and I am now 37, and I've been doing the same thing as a makeup artist. Okay, I've been a makeup artist for 15 years. I completely changed my routine years later, and I'm still basically using the same makeup. So hey, you guys, my energy might look a little different. Today has been a really tough day, and yesterday was really tough for me, so just bear with me. I love you guys, and I actually already had my makeup done for today, but one of my favorite things is getting on here with you guys, and it always makes me feel better. So I was like, let's go do makeup with my favorites. So I'm going to show you guys what I do now as a 37-year-old who I think if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, this should be your makeup routine. These are some of the things that you should absolutely be doing in your makeup routine. Also, we have a brush sale. So I actually used to be a school teacher. I taught 3rd grade. And I taught for 11 years, not all 11 years 3rd grade, but I now teach in this space online. And I teach you guys makeup, and then some other things I do is I share my journey with weight loss, which has not been easy. I share fashion that I like that works for people like me who have bellies. You know, I see a lot of fashion influencers who are gorgeous, and they have these perfect, pretty, pear-shaped, not perfect, of course no one's perfect, but beautiful pear-shaped bodies, and that's just not me. So anyway, that's what I share. But yeah, these last 2 days have been really tough. I actually just cried my eyes out for about 20 minutes, and then I put some eye drops on, and we're moving on. But I think my cortisol levels were just so high that I had to go through it. So I just put on some SPF. I am also going to start with this balm stick, you guys. I hope I have that linked for you guys. If not, just say LIVE86 and hopefully it'll come. So LIVE86 needs to be one word. And so this balm stick, if you are, let's say, if you are sensitive to retinol, if you have mature skin, if you notice that your makeup creases or you just have a lot of dry under eyes, this is amazing. I have not used an eye cream since I started using this. I do have an eye cream I'm going to try that one of my affiliate companies sent me, but this is what I've been using, and I'm obsessed. I have them all over my house, and they're only $25. So it's a Korean eye balm, and I tried one from Amazon that was supposed to be similar. Nope, not the same. Okay, you guys, so let me show you what we're going to use today. So if you didn't know, if you're new to my page, I would love to know if you're new to my page, but this is Saint makeup. My tins look a little crazy because they've obviously been used. I don't know if my balm stick is in my LIVE86 automation, so just message me. So click out of here and message me for the link, and I'll make sure I get that to you. Okay, but this is Saint makeup, and what I love about this is your entire makeup bag is in this palette, except for mascara, which we do have mascara, obviously, but I have my color correcting colors here, okay? My foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, lip and cheeks, and then some eyeshadows to choose from. And you guys, it can be this simple. You can also just have one that has four layers. What I'm gonna do though, is you can see I have a ton of redness. Part of why I'm so red right now actually is I just washed my face off from having makeup on because I wanted to come live. So if you do end up wanting to get color matched to this, again, this is the makeup I've been using 4.5 years. I have helped over 30,000 women get this palette customized to them. Just say LIVE86 and I will get you color matched, especially because we have a brush sale right now. It's a buy one, get one 50% off. I'm already feeling better talking to you guys. I'm so glad I came live. So that's what you gotta do. Just come live if you're feeling sad. So anyway, or if you are someone, you have been with me for a while and you already know what your fall and winter foundation / main shade is, make sure you say LIVE86 as one word. And you just want to take advantage of getting a brush plus your main highlights, do that. So just go ahead and order your fall and winter color. That way you already have it. I'm really excited for next month because I am going to Nashville for our Saint conference, and there are some new product launches, and their product launches are always really, really, really good. So, all right, guys, I just put on a color corrector called Aspen. The reason it worked so well to hide a lot of those like little red spots is because it has a green undertone. So when you do get color matched by me, I do help you with color correction. You guys, Christmas trees, because they make you feel good. And I just wanted some coffee today. It's cold in my house. I just wanted some coffee. What color am I using? I'm assuming for the color corrector you meant. I used Aspen Contour. And so now what I'm going to do, did I take it out? Yes, I did. Here, hold on. Where is she? Okay, I took this out of my palette earlier when I was recording something, but I'm going to use this color Palace. This is such a good color corrector for a lot of people. Now, it doesn't work for every single person, but it does have a little bit of that peach undertone, and I'm going to show you guys this. Now, no, I do not have super dark circles. Since I started using my skincare system that I got last year, I have noticed a significant difference in the colors of my circles underneath my eyes and my veins that used to pop out really bad right here. Debbie, if you come out, it's my balm stick. It's my balm stick. I don't know what else to call it. So if you click out of here and just go DM me, I will send you the link as soon as I'm off of this, and it's only 25 bucks, so it's really inexpensive. Okay, and I've never gone through one because they last so long. So see how it just like really color corrects? It just makes it all soft and nice. Now this is my little combo that I love. So I love using the balm stick for hydration and then this Palace to color correct, and it's just so pretty. It doesn't crease the same way. Oh, for my redness, yes. So I used Aspen Contour for my redness. I know that sounds kind of funny and weird, but I also like to use Walnut Contour, which if I had it out right now, to color correct my cheeks, because I do have some violet tones to my cheeks, and the walnut color has a little bit of a yellow undertone, so it counteracts it essentially. It's like color theory. Okay, so I just did some color correcting. Now, I'm going to tell you my two favorite eye makeup brushes to get, and then I'm going to tell you my two favorite face brushes to get. Remember, we have buy one, get one 50% off. You can say LIVE86 and I will send you those shades or that link to get those brushes. And sorry, you guys, I'm like discombobulated. I told you, I'm like all over the place. And I think I'm going to show you the traditional way. I'm trying to think if I want to do traditional way or not. Yeah, let's do traditional way. Okay. So here's my contour, and I match you to a contour. Now, you do not have to grab a contour if you do not want to. If you just want to use the bronzer to kind of contour and bronze, you can do that. But here's what I'm going to show you. Here's why we like to use the one layer, is because it has pigmentation in it. So that just covered a lot of my sunspots and freckles. And that is the point of it, is that we're using 1 to 2 layers as opposed to like 7, right? So what's really important, especially if you are starting to notice a lot of texture, fine lines and wrinkles, your skin has changed like mine really did at 30, you want makeup that moves with your skin and doesn't settle in the fine lines and wrinkles, okay? So that's why creams are so popular right now. They've really become popular just like the last couple years. Saint has been around for 7 or 8. So we kind of had it on the market pretty early, but there is a reason why creams are so popular, and you see all of the makeup influencers using creams, okay? So I am just tapping this all along my hairline. I know it's gonna look crazy, don't worry, but as you can see, I covered up those sunspots that I have. You guys see those? I have sunspots and freckles. That pigmentation covered it up because each one of our shades is pigmented. It has pigmentation in it so that you do only have to use 1 layer. Okay, so I'm tapping along my hairline and into my cheekbones here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip. Hi, Jacqueline! Oh my gosh, I need to text you today. She's going to get married soon. So I have this detail brush, which is the flatten, which is what I just used for my contour. And then I'm going to flip out, and I'm actually going to take the remnants of the contour on there, and just go along my jawline just to snatch it up, okay? So it doesn't look like I'm inflamed like a crazy blimp balloon, because this inflammation is out of control. Okay, I am flipping to this shorter side, and this is a little bit softer, okay? So you can do like a little bit more of a like feathering of this. You could also tap, but this allows you to just feather a little bit, and that's gonna give you a little bit lighter of a coverage. So I'm just going underneath where that color correction was. Okay, I'm not going up into my color correction because I'm not trying to like add more layers to my under eyes, especially since now I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree, but I do have texture under my, oh, I have a dry piece right here. I do have texture under my eyes. You guys see that? Okay, I do not get Botox right here. I do not get Botox right there. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I like my smile lines, which it's fine if you don't. But I have makeup that will settle in those creases and right in here if I layer too much. So, you're 71 years young. Yes, you are, Debbie. Gorgeous girl. So I am just feathering around my color correction and not into it, but it still looks like soft. It still looks glowy. It still looks like my skin, okay? So now I'm going to go into the center of my face here, a little tippy-tappy. If you have 11s, or a lot of texture right here, I would skip using a brighter shade here, and I would just use your main highlight / foundation shade. So in Saint Land, if you are new to this makeup that I'm showing you, in Saint Land, we call our concealers and foundations highlights. Okay, so when you get a color match from me, you'll see me call it a main highlight for your foundation shade and a brightening or accent highlight for your concealer. And I need to shave my mustache. You don't have to give me crap about it, okay? That testosterone's just really coming through there. But we're gonna do that tonight because I need to have the most shaved face for my cruise. Okay, so now I'm tapping also in the center. Now, some people have a lot of texture here, maybe really large pores, especially as you get older. A lot of people start to get larger pores on their chin. Sorry if you hate slurping. I would avoid using a brightening highlight here, okay? So what I do for 37-year-old skin might look different for what you do for 50-year-old skin. However, the method is still the same. I would just like change you out of what you're doing, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I have my brightening highlights here. Good, good, good. Hey, banana white. That's my teeth whitening system. It's one of the only ones I can use because my teeth are so dang sensitive. Like my gums and teeth will be so sore. I like won't be able to drink cold stuff after using a lot of other whitening products, which I've never been able to really whiten because I couldn't use them. Anyway, so I love banana white. That's who I've been using for 3 years, I think now. I love them. Okay, so I am now going in with my main highlight. And as you can tell, I am not going into my contour. Okay, I'm snatching myself up. Okay, gonna have those sheer cheekbones. And I am just tapping that main shade in right below it. Okay? I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just tapping. And we do a lot of tapping in Cream World. And typically this whole routine, you guys, takes me 5 minutes, but I'm a yapper. I like to have a little yappuccino. So it takes me a little while to explain. Okay, so I'm going all around where that contour is not and the brightening highlight is not. Thank you. If you say LIVE86, make sure it's one word. I have a link and a code to these. Been off Saint for a few years and I love it. Off subject, you mentioned your HRT and testosterone. Do you mind sharing what method you use, pellets or injections? Okay, I am currently using pellets. I haven't decided if I'm going to try and change to the cream. The thing is I do like the way the pellets make me feel. I need another intervention of some oh, thank you. I need another intervention of some sort. I don't know what that is. I'm in contact right now with a functional practitioner, and we're talking through, and I think I'm going through a lot of adrenal, cortisol, fatigue type of stuff, which my NP here has also said that she thinks that I have very high cortisol, which that would make a lot of sense why I can't drop, any inflammation or weight very easily, because we've gotten my testosterone in check, and I feel better in that way. And I've found some things in the last couple years that have helped me, but there's more that I gotta do. And I am fairly certain I am approaching perimenopause or I am in it. And it has been really hard, really, really hard. Have I taken the Dutch test? No, someone talked to me. What is the Dutch test? Someone said something about that. What's funny is my DMs exploded last night when I asked some questions about maybe what some people had tried. And it's just funny how many people do different things. Oh, really? I did a full hormone panel. I don't know if it was called the Dutch test. Okay, so I'm going to take that detail brush, and if you struggle with like nose contour or just contouring in general, the detail brush is what you want. That's what you want, girl. So I'm just stamping it like this on the side, And cortisol. Okay, no. Well, I'm talking to that functional practitioner today, so maybe she can give me a little bit more insight on that. Yeah, I got to figure out something, because you started pellets back in November and doctors stopped taking them. Shots. Okay, you use the shots for your HRT and you don't feel as good as you did on the pellet. I know, you guys. I feel good on the pellets. I feel good. When I say good, I mean better than I did. I'm not saying I am feeling great. I'm so sorry if this is a boring topic, but like I can't believe how many people are going through this. Okay, really quickly. Look how glowy we are. Part of that is to the SPF I used. But I'm going to tap into a little bit of bronzer. Now, this is a total optional situation. You do not have to use bronzer. It is my favorite thing. Like, if I were to say I could only use one Saint product, like, okay, you only get one product to use on an island for 20 days. What are you going to choose? Mine would be the bronzer, okay? This is Xanadu specifically, and I love our bronzers. Cream bronzers are the way to go. The cool thing about our bronzers, too, and everything that we have with Saint, is it's versatile, and you can use it as, like, your eyeshadow. You can use it as a lip liner. So I am just popping all of this right along the areas that I would get sun. And I want you guys to remember, I wear more makeup than probably the average girl. So my method that I'm showing you is going to be the same for you, but you don't have to use as much makeup as I'm using. I like a medium to full coverage. I've always been that way. However, hi Annie. However, I will say I have gotten more into a lighter makeup look more these days. So there we go. Annie is one of my old students, and she is now 2 grown up, so that's really weird. Okay, so this is my face so far. You guys have been seeing me spray this. This is the Plush Prep Mist. You can say Live86, and you'll shop the Saint website. It is so good, and you can see how much I've used. I absolutely love it. I already have another one that I got just in case I run out, because I love it so much. Hi, Bristol! She's another one of my students, my old students. Okay, I am going to now show you guys the eyes. Now, eyeshadow is probably, besides contours, probably the most confusing, thing about makeup I have found that people have talked about. So what I love about our Saint is that most of everything just comes in one palette. Okay, I did my entire face from up here. Now I'm going to switch down here to some eyeshadows. I have some other lip and cheeks down here I can use. I have a powder right here, and you can just keep everything in one spot. I'm going to use this gloss called La Cienega, and I am going to apply it on my lips. Now, when I do color match you, I do give you suggestions for our lip and cheek colors. You do not have to go with those suggestions. The ones that I ask or suggest you go with or at least the highlight colors and the contour color. Okay, so the other brush I just used was the blush and bronzer brush. This is my other favorite face brush. Okay, so that's what you can do and grab for your Brush BOGO. Which is better for dry skin, the liquid setting spray or the blurring powder? It depends. So I do not use Saint's setting spray. I use the Plush Prep Mist. So this is more of a prep mist. It has caffeine in it and hyaluronic acid, so it's going to plump your skin and just makes it really like pretty and glowy like this. Now again, my face is way more glowy than you have to wear yours. Mine just happens to be this glowy because I used my SPF right before getting on or right when I got on, and I did not let it sit. So my face is typically not going to be this glowy. Ooh, I'm going to switch that color. Okay, so I am going to use the eyeshadow brush. You guys, the eyeshadow brush you can use for your entire eyeshadow look besides eyeliner. I truly think that. I've done it a million times. I have done it with plenty of my past wedding clients. I love our eyeshadow brush. So what I'm doing is I am tapping into a matte shade, and I am going all over my lid. And this is a trick for those of you that have maybe mature eyes and you're just like, I just need something quick and simple that's going to look good on, if you have maybe crepey eyelids. I would just do this. I would put it all over your lids first and then use the extra to come up above your natural crease. Okay, coming up above your natural crease is going to give you at least the look of a crease instead of having like the hooded eye look. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to just tap that color on. And also, if you get color match, I do give you suggestions on eyeshadows or my favorite eyeshadows that I think look good on a lot of people. So the matte shade I'm using is Bubba, but the one I used before, which I didn't like because it was too cool toned for what I'm going for, is Pup. So I went with Pup and then Bubba over top. Bubba was my very first eyeshadow that I ever bought from Saint, and she is still one of my favorites. I think it looks good on a lot of people. And so, okay, so I went all over my lid, and now I'm coming up and switching it to my crease. And that looks patchy right there. Why does that look patchy? Okay, now what you can do. I like this shimmer Soulmate. I think Soulmate, I think Sis, which I think actually Sis discontinued. Soulmate, Sis, Riviera, Rome, any of those kind of colors with this really pretty shimmer just look really pretty on most people. And I am putting it right on top of my lid. So you guys see how easy that was? And anytime I wear this color combo, actually it's usually Sedona and Soulmate, people always ask what I'm wearing. So I'm just using my finger and I'm just kind of swiping right over, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Let's see. I am going to do my mascara. I'm already feeling better, you guys. I'm so glad I can come on here and you guys make me feel better. This whole hormone thing, this last year and a half has been really hard, and it's been, like I said, I've felt better the last couple months. And everything I've done, each time I've felt better, but it's really hard to not feel like yourself for like an entire year and a half. And I felt a lot not like myself the last year I was teaching. So that was 2.5 years ago, over 2 years ago, coming on 3. And I thought that being home would be my full answer. And it hasn't because there were more things going on than just the stress of teaching. Sorry, I'm looking for my Saint mascara because I wanted to show you guys my Saint mascara. Okay, here we go. So, okay, I am going to use our Velvet, Lash Velvet. And you guys know I love me my City Beauty mascara. I love me my False Lashes mascara. The last probably like the last week I've just been really reaching for this. I don't really know why. I just have been. So if you like the voluminous look, you're gonna like this Lash Velvet. If you like the tubing mascara, you're gonna like Lash, what are you gonna like? Lash Leather. So, from Saint. Okay, so I'm just applying the tips. Thanks for taking a detour and answering the hormone questions. You're welcome. Yeah, you guys, you know what? I got so many messages like last night. I was up till 11 answering them. And then I woke up again at 2:30. Imagine that. Imagine that. And I started answering them again. But I couldn't believe how many people said thank you so much for talking about this. I had one woman, she's not a girl, message me and say, thank you so much. I needed to hear all of this because my doctor was telling me that this was normal and I'm just a tired mom. And she's like in her like late 30s like me. And so she went to my NP, and my NP ordered a whole like lab workup for her. And she's like, you know, and I think I'm not saying it's always, but I think, you know, I just think there's not as much, I think that we're coming out with more education around like younger women are going through these crazy hormonal changes where we feel nuts. And so it's just crazy what we have to go through. But I just had so many people thank me for talking about this last night because it is like vulnerable. Like it's a vulnerable thing. But I'm talking to a functional doctor right now. And I'm talking to her about potential peptides. Have you guys had success? And the peptides I would be looking into are targeted for inflammation and cortisol and what was the other thing? Inflammation, cortisol. What was the other thing? building lean muscle mass. So I am happy to, you know, if you guys have questions on that, I can talk to you about that in my DMs, but I am talking to her. She is insanely knowledgeable. Yeah. So, and if you guys have talked about, like, do you guys take NAD? NAD is really, really amazing if you have not looked up the benefits of that. But, I feel like I've just been really uneducated on peptides. But really, they've been around for friggin' years. And I guess I didn't know that. You missed me last night, but I appreciate your honesty today. You're welcome. Yeah, Barbara, they're, peptides, it's like a newer word, a newer buzzword. However, just like NAD, people have been taking it for years, but it's just becoming like, people are becoming more educated about it, is what I'm gathering. And my friend has been taking peptides for a couple years. She literally went through what I'm going through now 3 years ago. And so her and I have been talking to this functional doctor together as well, just because my lashes are not cooperating today. They're looking real funky. What is going on? Maybe I should switch to my false lashes mascara. So, anyway, yeah, we are talking to her, and she is asking me a bunch of questions. It's funny when you kind of talk about, like, I asked, hey, have you guys had experience with peptides? And then everyone else told me what they've done, which I appreciate. I loved hearing what everyone else has done. But a lot of people thought that maybe I hadn't got my blood work done. I have gotten my blood work done, you guys. I've been working with my NP for a long time. I have done GLP-1 activators, trace minerals. I love trace minerals, by the way. I still use those. I need a good probiotic. I take a good probiotic. Like, you guys, I really have tried all the things. I will say I have not tried a full inflammation diet for long term. And that might be something I look into after the cruise. Actually, it's going to have to be after Nashville. There's no way I can do it when I go to Nashville. But, so, anyway, and people that know me here know exactly, like, how healthy I am. You know, besides the occasional, like, going out with my girlfriends, like, we'll go to happy hour or whatever. But I'm looking for my color I'm trying to wear. So, yeah. Anyway, if you guys have questions about, you know, what I might try and do, I can't decide if I'm going to take you with me on this potential journey. I haven't decided if I'm doing it yet, or if I'm just going to wait and see if I like it before sharing. Because, yeah. Okay, I'm going to use our lip tints. You guys, have you used our lip tints yet? They can also be used as blushes, and they're so gorgeous. My friend Katie on here, she will actually use it to underpaint. Sorry, my nose runs so much when I do my makeup, and so I always have to wipe right here. She underpaints her cheeks and her lips with it, and then goes over with her Saint makeup. So I'm going to use Berry and Pinky. I'm going to combine them. They're lip tints, but they do have a gorgeous stain. They actually do last, and they're really pretty, like the matte black. You guys know Saint does their packaging super well. So I'm going to go in with Berry, which if you like black cherry, you'll probably like this color. And I'm going to do a light layer. Okay, so yeah, you guys, I had that 20-minute cry session today with my assistant. This business is really hard. I am very, very blessed. But people don't understand the behind the scenes of this business. And especially when you're really authentic and you share things that are really vulnerable, and you share when you're trying something new, people always have something to say. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Pinky. But also, like, what I share on this business is my job. It's my job. And you just don't know what every month is going to look like. And then, you know, my son was up with growing pains last night crying in the middle of the night, and then he was all over me, so I got, like, no sleep. I got to work, like, late, and I just don't do well with that. I am going on a trip with my son by myself, and I'm having anxiety about that. There are things going on in my personal life that are pretty tough. And so anyway, I just broke down today, and someone told me in my DMs, they're like, that's cortisol releasing. I'm like, thank goodness, because I need to release as much cortisol as I can. Because yeah, Yeah. Anyway, okay, so this is the makeup look. I love it. Pinky and berry mixed, gorgeous. That's gonna go into fall wonderfully. Like I said, I'm already feeling so much better after getting on here. I am gonna set my under eyes with a little bit of loose powder here. This is my favorite powder. And, oh, you guys, Lawless. Do you guys follow Lawless? Do you guys know what the Lawless makeup line is? They sent me a big PR package. And you guys know I don't do liquid foundations. But they sent me liquid foundations and their powder. And I'm really excited to try it. Just see what it looks like. Thank you, Kristen. You're so sweet. So you guys, anyway, thank you guys for being so incredible in my DMs yesterday when I had talked about how I was feeling. Thank you for being so sweet today. I have just not been myself for a while. So anyway, okay, I'm tapping this on. I gotta shave my mustache tonight. I'm gonna self-tan tomorrow. And I'm just gonna try really hard to enjoy the like little vacation I get to take with my son, just him and I. I'm gonna try and make it really special. We're gonna do taking card games, like kid card games that I found. He's gonna want to go to the kids club. He loves kids clubs. So he'll want to do that, I know. I'm trying to think of what to do at the stops. I'm not gonna do any excursions because I'm gonna be by myself. Not by myself, I'll be with other people, but I don't have my husband to help me with him. So yes, that is the Celestia powder I just used. It is stunning. It's my favorite one. I have not found anything that I like more than it yet. Even some really popular loose powders I have not liked more than the Celestia. I'm not saying I don't like them, I just don't like them more. So I'm interested to see if I like this Lawless powder. Okay, so what I like to do, and people always ask, how are your cheeks so glowy? I take a little bit of illuminator, and you can use a cream illuminator, you can use a shimmer eyeshadow, but thank you. You lost my audio, click out, click back in. Okay, so I'm gonna smile like this, and I'm just gonna add some to my cheeks, okay? If you are someone who has lost a lot of volume in your cheeks, maybe you're aging, yay for aging, and you've just lost volume there, adding a little bit of illuminator so that when you smile, looks like your cheeks are rounder. So that's what I love to do. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more over here. And I just love doing this. I think it looks really pretty in pictures. I do it pretty often, and then I always get asked, like, what is on your cheeks? I like a lot. You don't have to use a lot. You guys know that. You guys know that I'm like extra when it comes to stuff like this. So, okay, this is how I would do my makeup with one compact, maybe a little lip tint and mascara. And if you want any of the links to this, say Live86. If you want color match to take advantage of the Brush BOGO, say the same thing. And let me see what else. Oh yeah, if you're taking advantage of the Brush BOGO, go ahead. Thank you so much. Go ahead and just add in your fall and winter color. That way you don't have to go and buy those later and then pay the shipping. So you're already gonna get free shipping with the 2 brushes you're gonna get. And then just add those colors in. And if you haven't tried one of these lip tints yet, I highly suggest doing one. You could even get one of these. I know this is a ways away, but you guys, it's really not. It's gonna come so fast. You can even get some of these for stocking stuffers. I love them. So this is berry and pinky combined. And yeah, so I love you guys. I'm gonna head out. I feel so much better. Thank you for being on here with me. And I love you so much. Bye.